got my sunset roll. You to the weekend, my hey, let's go. Put in the kick and crank it on up. With the windows down, bring it on back. Let it all out.
Hey guys, we're at C2C with the Pauper Kings. I've just seen them perform at the Town Square stage. It was a pretty early set, but it was a pretty good crowd, I thought.
Yeah, it was great. It was good for an early audience.
Yeah, it was a great crowd.
Yeah, you've played here before, and it's quite incredible how the festival's grown, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah, we were just saying this morning. It seems to have tripled in size over the last couple of years, which is only a good thing for the growth of country music, I guess, in the UK.
What do you think it is about country music that's so engaging for the audience?
I think the media are a little bit more laid back to what they were a few years ago. They're still not the best, but
I think they're getting to grips with their understanding now that it's not just country and western. Right. There's still when I say I'm in a country band, there's still a slight thing of you're country and western like Johnny Cash. Yeah. I know that stuff's great, but modern country doesn't really sound like that. It has influences of it, but it's progressed into a more radio friendly kind of thing, I think.
It's been a great year for you guys as well so far. You opened for Brett Eldridge on the UK tour, so
yeah.
How did you find that experience?
It was great. I mean, Brett's team, himself, and the crew were really good. They were just like us, really. So kind of laid back, not taking themselves too seriously, having fun.
There was a bottle of JD, so we were happy with that.
Yeah, drinking obviously. But no, it was a great experience. So we're hoping to do it again when he comes back.
And you went to Norway with Carrie, didn't you?
We went to Sweden and Norway. Yeah,
what was that like?
Great shows. Carrie was she was lovely to us.
Powerful
great voice. Yeah, really good.
Are the crowds slightly different around Europe to back home, do you think?
Probably a bit louder, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Unless that was just the excitement of maybe seeing Carrie after us.
Yeah. Maybe.
But they were very, they're probably advocating more. Maybe it's because they're more used to country music. Maybe.
Yeah, they are more used to the country over there than they are up here.
Yeah.
It's broken through earlier over there. Definitely.
Yeah.
It was accepted earlier than it was here.
You still see a lot of confused faces out when you're playing and watching other bands and stuff. You can tell people are like, what's this country music about? They've got their cowboy hats on and their checkered shirts and stuff. I think some of them it is still a bit of a gimmick, isn't it? A lot of people.
And the lassos.
Eh?
Well,
the lassos. You've got the horses and stuff.
Horses.
Sarsaparilla. Yeah.
Spin.
You met after 5 o'clock, a kind of buzzer drinking God. Build us something about your lips, a party I don't wanna miss. I got this $100 bill, whatever you want, you know I will. We can spend a little in this town. I'll burn it up, ride it round.
So you guys have been working with Jay DeMarcus, haven't you, recently?
Yeah.
So how's that been? That must be good fun.
It's been great. Yeah, Jay's been a good champion of our career. So it's we feel fortunate. So we're going back, or we're planning to go back later on this year. Finish everything off with Jay, so record-wise. But yeah, he's been a good champion of ours. He believes in us as a band, which is incredible. He's just been an overall great person to work with.
How did that come about, your friendship with Jay?
Well, we toured with them 3 years ago when they came over to the UK and Europe. We jumped on that tour with them and Laura Bell Bundy. Yeah. And we basically just hit it off instantly. It was kind of one of those things as musicians, and then it kind of turned into a lot more of a friend thing.
I think a lot of the country acts that we've played with, like the big artists, there's not really many egos.
No,
really friendly. Everyone's just really friendly and down to earth. Come and say hello to us and speak to us and drink with us and stuff.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
really
it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
It's nice. I think a lot of people don't like to work with idiots, so the people who get famous are the people who are just nice. Yeah.
So we won't get anywhere, will we? I was going to say, why do you want to work with us?
Well, Jay's worked with some of the best in the business, so what can you learn from Jay when you work with him?
Pretty much everything. Yeah, there is to learn. I mean, he's not only a talented musician, but he produces obviously as well, and he's got a good ear just generally for music. So
business as well.
And he's a great businessman. So pretty much everything to do with the industry. He's experienced. He knows firsthand what it is. So you've got to listen to these guys. So
it's quite nerve-wracking when you sat there in the studio and you're doing doing a guitar part, and Jay just sat there. Yeah,
that's pressure.
Like, I've got to get this right.
How about you just do this?
Hey, Henry, just do that.
Yeah, and you're like,
just do that.
Let me maybe. Also, he's playing on your record. You're like, it's not me anymore, Jay. Jay's playing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
The Nashville numbers. How about you do the 6 over the 7?
Yeah, we're like.
No, it's great as well because he played on one of our songs as well. That's coming out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
he played 2.
The
keys.
synth bit, wasn't it?
He played keys for Love History and Are You Happy Now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got this new music coming. When can we expect that?
Well, it's a long process. So
It's a very long pipeline.
it is a long.
It's very miles long, and it's from somewhere there.
If we can just say, you can expect music within our lifetime.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
give.
fine.
Is that
Yeah,
cool?
that's- yeah,
Yeah.
The pipeline is very
That's cool.
clogged.
We don't really give any time frames there. No, but I mean, as I said, we're planning to get back and finish everything off this year. So hopefully, within the next kind of 12 months, we'll be flooding the marketplace.
You tell us a little bit about the album. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's just new songs, country
There's
songs.
quite a few of them then.
Yeah, some of the stuff you
We
heard
play
there.
we play all the instruments apart from when Jay chips in, but like a lot of the we play with Dwight Yoakam. When was it now? Last year.
Years ago, yeah.
And he was like, oh, you play the instruments on your album, and he was like, oh, that's really refreshing. It's like, and most of the albums nowadays they're all done by session bands, and he was like, even like what a band like countryish bands, a lot of them it's still session players.
Yeah.
So he was like, it's really good to hear that. What did he say? You remember what he said, don't you?
He was just like.
he hasn't got a clue of it.
I wasn't even listening to what he was saying.
He was just like, he was pleased.
You were just looking at the fly.
I was just looking at your mouth moving. But I wasn't listening. No. He
You
was
get
just,
the idea, don't you?
he was just really
Yeah.
impressed that we played on our own record, because in Nashville, even the biggest,
We didn't say the pedal steel.
No.
That's very true, yeah.
Travis from Flats played pedal steel.
All right, that's awesome.
even the biggest bands in country music, they don't actually play on their own record. There's like a Nashville band that do all the music.
Yeah.
So he was just really impressed that we kind of broke that mold already so early.
And we're kind of hoping that it's obviously not that I mean, don't get me wrong, they're like better musicians. Well, certainly better than I am. But so like the sound is different. Like, but that's what there was people when they hear it say, oh, it actually sounds different.
Yeah,
and that's
not
the
as
reason. Essentially not as good.
Slightly worse.
Yeah, a bit worse, but then it is different, and that is refreshing because a lot of the other stuff is the same musicians. So.
Yep.
What's coming up for you guys in terms of live shows?
Millions and millions of pounds.
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. Well, we've got a really cool agency now, so he's always looking at putting us on tours and stuff. So
There's a few little things that we can't really
a
say.
few little things in the pipeline coming up in the next 12 months again, which is
just
just
tell
going to be
Yeah. We're going to the moon. Play the first gig on the
That's
moon.
all right. That's pretty good.
Yeah, do that.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're
what
going to go
else
to
we
the
do?
Who's paying for it?
Apparently
Richard
it can be
Branson.
done.
Richard Branson's
Yeah.
paying for that.
Yeah. He's
So-
going to be the new bass player. isn't he?
I'm going to go and do an acoustic set in Mordor.
Yeah, he's going to do Mordor, where the orcs live.
Yeah.
And what have you got going on? That was just really weird. Perfect music. Yeah. It sounds pretty like Mordor. Yeah, man.
Thanks for talking to us.
Hey, Dan, no
Yeah,
problem.
cheers.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, mate.
Appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you to the watching listeners.
yeah. The